So we're gonna be moving over our our Unifi controller from our system on my hosted private cloud, and we're gonna try to get it in the public cloud. Right now, I've got it mapped to an IP address, but it's not resolving reverse DNS for some reason. So hopefully we'll be able to get that taken care of, and we'll get that all squared away. So I pulled a backup file already, and we'll be able to get that imported into the new Linode. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go pull a backup file. So got the Unifi controller here. This is the one that's on-prem. We're just going to download a backup file here. And then once we've gotten that, I know, yep, we got stuff going. So once we've got this pulled down, I should be able to get it squared away. Let me see if I can add a camera. Video capture device. Can I call it webcam? I don't use OBS very often, but hopefully we can get this squared away. Call it camera. That'll work. We'll put that over here. Okay. So I just got the data pulled, so we've got that done. So let's go into Linode. This is my Linode instance. Marketplace. Wait for this to load. Let's see here. Unifi network application. So I'll put in my email here. Okay. Requires an API token. We're not going to do that. We'll use Debian 9, which I guess is fine. I'm going to run it in Dallas. Just run it on a micronode or an anode. Hopefully that'll be enough. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Let me change this to Unifi Caltech Networks. Call it CTN. Okay. Get an IP on there. We'll start that up. Hopefully that will take care of everything. Okay, it's booting. I'm gonna open remote ng. I've had a lot of issues with DNS. I'm running a 2012 R2 server for my AD server right now. I've got a 2022 instance spun up, but I'm gonna get that working hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and maybe I'll do a video on that. So we shall see. All right, got the remote ng turned up. Put that IP in here. Yep. So we got it. Awesome possums. So we'll check. We're in systemctl. We'll check Unifi. Actually, I may just have to install it. I don't know how these things are. I don't know how this works. I haven't done a ton of Linode. I've done a couple of things, but for some reason they're not. Let me see if it's Unifi server. Nope. So I got to go down there, the actual Unifi stuff. So I'm going to go to the Unifi website and just download the Unifi package. There should be a Debian package in the downloads that says Unifi controller for Linux or whatever. Yeah, Unifi network application for Debian, Ubuntu, and Unifi OS consoles. So I'm going to click download there and accept it. and it's going to be giving me a URL. So I'll just use a wget, pull that down. So it's going to pull it down for me. Then I can do sudo dpackage -i for install Unifi. We'll get that installed. Unifi status database is locked by another process. Okay, let me do a sudo apt-get update or upgrade. Resource is temporarily unavailable. Unable to lock the depackage. What the heck? Okay. Well, we're gonna do some Google for see what's running apt. Oh, it's still trying to deploy the Unifi controller. So varcache apt. So that's still running. So that would be why. So we'll just let that run for a little bit and we'll see if it works. So if we go back to here, it's running. It's up. If I go to settings, it's there. Configs. It's got a public IP address, which is fine. It's just got it's kind of locked down right now. There's only an SSH open and I've got it tied to my machine and my public IP. So that's good. See, now it's working. Cool. So now if I do systemctl status Unifi, it's running. That was way easy. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So if I go here and try to open this, HTTPS, and 8443 is the Unifi controller. Oh, I have to add firewall. UFW allow 8443. Cool. So now it's there. So now, and look at that. It pulls right up. Okay, so we're going to restore from a backup. Upload a backup file. Go to downloads. Pull that Unifi. And we'll wait for it to upload. Maybe. We shall see. I'm still going to have to... Looks like the audio is fixed now. For some reason, my audio card's been acting weird. So, see if it'll let us do this new one. Open. So we're gonna try and upload. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. We shall see. Oh, see, there it goes. Okay, so it's there. So we're gonna upgrade that. So it's restoring it now. So we should be good to go once this loads up. And basically, I'm going to have to open port 8080 so that way the devices can hit it. So I'm going to allow 8080. Okay, so that'll allow the inform to work. And I've got all these devices that are in here on a IPsec tunnel to my home base here because we've got a dedicated internet circuit here at the house. So I'll hop on, and once we've got all that taken care of, once this is loaded back up, I can migrate everything and wipe this machine, pull it off. Right now I think I only have one device that's actually working because of the DNS issue that I was talking about earlier, as well as this machine being super slow because it's running on a super old HP like desktop machine, and because I'm running out of resources on my main server. So hopefully this new system will be a much quicker way to manage everything, and that as long as whatever device it is has access to the internet, it'll be able to hit it just fine. So we shall see, right? We're just waiting for that to complete updating. So I'll push an update here, and we'll go to another site here. We'll go to Belmar. We'll see if this loads up. Yeah, see, none of these devices actually load right now. So let's see if I can go to one of them. So 192.168.1.228. Yep, it's going to allow me in. So I can SSH into it. Okay, I'm going to blank the screen out on this one so that y'all don't see my SSH password under these. There we go. That's it. So if I do info on the Unifi device, see, it can't resolve it because it's trying to resolve something that doesn't exist, right? So hopefully, in the time it takes me to get this new one up, which, look at that, it's already up now. So I should be able to go in here. I should be able to go in here. And get my 2FA. So let's see here. And 159.179. Okay. And boom, just like that, I have it. Now, I'm going to have to go into Cloudflare, and I'm going to change the DNS for these. So, we'll go to Cloudflare. I'm just going to create, I'm going to add it to my Caltech Networks domain, or I'll add it to my Caltech Networks domain. You can add it to any domain, basically, because it's got a static public IP address on it. You can go in there and set it, and then instead of you having to memorize the IP address, you can just set the DNS name to whatever you've got. So that's what I'm going to do. And hi, Andrew, I can see you there. So basically, I'm hopping in my Cloudflare instance on the other screen. I'm not going to show that, but once I have it added to one of the domains that I've got on here, my main one, DNS, I'm just going to point it at that 4579 4.6 address. Now that we've got everything added in here, it should auto provision once I've got it all in there. So we'll just do Unify as it. So Unify. We're not going to proxy it through Cloudflare because we want it to have dedicated access. So that should be there now. So now if I go to the sim remote ng, I should be able to set inform unify.caltechnetworks.com :8080/inform. And it's sent. So now if I do info, it should load up, theoretically. Unable to resolve unify.8080. Okay. I wonder if it's still tied to my old IP address, which it very well could be. Yeah, so let's go to remote access, network application, old IP address. So we'll just call this unify.caltechnetworks.com. Unify Caltech Networks. We'll save that up. Yes. So I should. Can I ping it from here? Will it let me ping? Oh, it says the remote side unexpectedly closed the network connection. So let's see if I go to LKW01, if it will let me see the device now, or if it's just gonna poo-poo all over it. Hey, look at that. It's actually showing up now. So that's great. So now we're going to do it with the next one. So 1.146. Okay. Oh, I need that. I need that old SSH password, which I'm not too worried about now that it's old, because it regenerates a new one when you wipe it. So that should be okay. There we go. Set -inform. Info. And it's probably going to lock out because it's probably going to work now. Oh, look at that. It's connected. So we're good to go there. And it just closed out now that it's changed the IP. So I just got to do the rest of them. So it's just going to be a process of going through. I'm sure you could automate this to go in there and log in as yourself. Oh, and that one closed. That was weird. Caltech Networks. Here. Copy pasta that in here. Bring this to the side. Bring this y'all. Okay, so set -inform. Let me pull up the Notepad++, of course, because that's what we do around here. So create a new guy here. So we'll just set -inform. Caltech Networks, and then we'll paste that guy in there. So that should be good to go. And we'll do info here. And we'll just pop this in there. And boom, there to go. So now if I go info, hit timed out. Server reject. Why did server reject? Play no. So let's do set default. So I can always set default it. Yeah, see, there it goes. So it'll set the default, and then it should clear the config and factory reset the damn thing. So let's do 120. Okay. So we'll go open this guy again. Okay. And we'll set the inform again. Okay. Info. And this one's going to work, it looks like. Yep. This one works. So next one's going to be 170. And we'll put that password in here. But I mean, y'all saw how super easy it was to actually do that, to move it from Linode or from on-prem to Linode. And this will take the place of a cloud key. I mean, you can pay 120 bucks or 150 bucks or 200 bucks for a cloud key, but that's 2, 3, 4 years, and this thing's getting updated all the time, and it won't be obsolete. So it's a great option if you're just gonna have a couple of places on it, or if you need it accessible on the internet kind of thing all the time, 100% uptime kind of deal. This is kind of the best case scenario for that. Linode's been super solid with all of their stuff that I've dealt with when I have dealt with it. So I don't have any problems with it. And the fact that it was already basically doing all the deployment for it makes it super easy. And you can just download your old, especially if you already have a cloud key, you can download the old, set your informs, and you're good to go. You know, this isn't like rocket surgery. It's fairly simple, and if you were able to follow along, just let me know in the comments or whatever. And hopefully I'll be able to help you long term if you have questions or anything after this video comes out and is saved. Feel free to shoot me a message, and I respond pretty well in the comments. So it looked like this one times out, unable to resolve for some reason. I guess we'll have to see on that one. Sometimes they do come up, sometimes they don't. And usually it's a DNS resolver on the network side. So we'll go 93. Okay, put the password in. Okay. Everything's logging out now that it's connecting. So that's good. That's a good sign. Yeah, the other ones are starting to hop online now. Yep, that one just logged in. So we're good there. Now we need 160. And it can take a little bit for the time to life to run out on these. Especially when you do an update like I just did, where you update an entire DNS record and it's got to propagate throughout the whole world. Sometimes they take a lot longer than if you had just done it like right then and there on your own system and then flush DNS. These really don't give you the option to flush the DNS, but you know, what can you say for an access point that costs $100 maybe, you know? Goodness. This one play well, huh? There it goes. Alrighty. So I'll put this here. That one's online. We got one more to do. And then I gotta find that other one. So hopefully it'll just show up as something that needs to be adopted. Probably not because it's not on net, but I'll do a video on how to scan a network and look for devices that you need to adopt. Because there's a default password that comes on all of these, and it's just UBNT. So if you have one that isn't adopted yet, you can always SSH into it and get access to it and make any changes that you require. So that's a super easy way to do it as well. And then now that you've got this controller, you can run multiple sites off of it. So that's kind of my goal. Is I have a ton of sites on here, 5, but I have more in the cloud that eventually what I'll do is I'll move all of those and get them in my cloud instance so that they're centrally managed. So I don't have to worry about like actually accessing them on my own server or having to worry about uptime and all that. They've got a better SLA than I do on that kind of thing. So 33.7. I'm going to see if they're the same thing or not. Yep, look at that. Okay, they are different. So I'm going to pull this down here. Oh yeah, this one is on a different one. Okay, so we'll add the inform on there. Okay, so that one's informed. There it goes. And the cool thing about these is because I've already had them added in here, they'll just show right back up because we've already had them added in here. And if I could type tonight, that would be super, super helpful. So maybe not. Set. This one didn't want to play nice. I guess I'll have to reconnect to it. Let's try 33.13. That subnet does not want to play nice, does it? And if we want, we can go over here and check on the device itself. See how it's running. See, network refused for some reason. All the cameras are coming back online. I just got notifications for that. So if we look at analytics here, we're currently already running 6% of this CPU. So we're really not doing terrible. So the other cool thing I can do about this is I can pull this old Unifi machine out of my network management system. So of course my DNS for some reason does not want to play nice. But what I'll do is I'll go to devices here. And I'll go pull the Unifi out of there. Oh, it doesn't even look like I had the Unifi on there. So I'll have to create a firewall rule to allow me to pull SNMP over the internet and allow it from my external IP. So we'll wait on that one. Let's try this one here. We got one, so 10. Nope. So let's see. Back online. So we got all but 2 there. We got all but 1 here. Oh, we got something going on one of these. What do they say? Okay, it's locked out. Stun device 3478. So we need to allow 3478. So I should be able to. Okay, that one's added, so we should be good to go there for the stun. So that should be cool. So, oh, see, they're starting to come back online already. That was quick. So 10507. All right, it's back. Cool, so it's there. There we go. The other cool thing about this is they auto update it, so we can keep it up to date automatically. They build the repositories in the back end for Linode, so you can build it automatically for you. So that's all done. This one, 10, 25, 20, 41. Last seen 2 minutes ago, so we're still waiting for that one to come back online. But now if I go to the dashboard, I can pull my sites. The other cool thing is if I need to upgrade this machine in the future, I can always upgrade the machine. So I can do storage, everything like that, and update it as needed. So I can go to nodes. So I can go here, migrate. So I can migrate it, but I'm going to lose my data. I don't remember if it's rebuild. No, resize. There it is. Yeah, I can resize it, and I can pick whatever I need. So if I need more, I can dump more on it. More CPU, more GPU, whatever I need. And then it'll auto resize the disk automatically for me. So that makes things super nice. If I need more RAM, more GPU, I can get RTX 6000 GPUs. Just like that. Dedicated CPU if I want all dedicated to me. Great. I can do that. So I would say we're successful for the most part on this, getting this moved over. Basically, it's just going to be cleanup at this point. on the last end of things. Most of it is not going to be super critical with regards to the devices that I didn't have on there. I have one distribution switch. This is for cameras. Shouldn't be a huge deal. This is 4th floor switch. That one I do need to reboot. Let's reboot that one. We're going to cycle the PoE power 2. I'm having issues with the cameras updating. So that's another thing. If y'all know how the camera updates work with regards to the Unifi and why sometimes they update, sometimes they don't. Because if I go to protect and pull up the Unifi controller here, see? And I wonder if this has anything to do with it. I'm going to take that offline, first of all. Because if I go to stop this, I don't know why this device is online again. Because I don't even use, well, I can see if the other devices are on here. That could very well be a possibility where the devices hit this older cloud key that I'm not using anymore. Devices. USW Flex. 1.125. Very nice. Let's see if 1.125 is in here. It is not. So this is one that I don't have moved over. So let's see if I paste this in here. Is it going to let me in? Maybe, maybe not. So I knew I had one device that wasn't working. Right, 1.114 should be the one that I can just hop into. Oh, look at that. Hey, look at that. Okay, set-inform. That's why things weren't working. So 1.114 now. Okay, we just informed, info, not yet adopted. Sweet. So we're about to get 2 in here. So we'll adopt this guy. There it is. So now we're just missing that other one that we had looked at earlier. We'll reconnect here. Okay. So if I go to info, I got a server reject. Oh, it's set-default. Okay. So that one's going to wipe and redo, and so we'll wait for that to come back up. So I can actually uninstall this on here. Now, if I go to this one, is it going to show that it's all connected? See, everything's dropping off now. And I can almost guarantee you that's the issue, is this guy here. install this guy. Up. Yep, and everything's down now because of the reboot of that one device. So, this one's got an update. We'll push some updates to this one. It's 11 o'clock, so they're closed. I just do these updates periodically when I see them, but I want to make sure that I'm doing it outside of business hours. So it's currently a Monday night. So they're closed at 10 o'clock. So I can go in and kind of fool around and do the updates that are needed to make sure that everything is kind of up to date and on the way it needs to go. So we should be good there. Yep, see, stuff's disconnecting and reconnecting, finally coming back online now. So we should be there. And once these are finished provisioning, we should be in the clear. Yep, see the network came back online here. Again, these old cloud keys I'm not a huge fan of. I do like that they've shown some other things. 1.125, yep, so we can update that now that it's factory reset. Okay, so that's informed, info, not adopted. So now I should see it right there. Look at that. So we'll close this one out here and we'll adopt that guy. And once it's adopted, we should be good to go. As long as you're in the same tenancy, the correct site, when you push the adoption, it will load automatically into that area. So if you're doing multiple customers like I am, or multiple sites, you can go in and push those configurations automatically for you. The other cool thing is if you're doing it like this, you can set management VLANs on each of them, set them up on like a default VLAN, and then put them on management VLANs when you set up a firewall that isn't Unifi, and that way you can continually manage them and have strict firewall rules to only allow management through certain IP addresses through certain routes. So that's another security tip of the day. But other than that, I think that's all it is. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know too. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that. And appreciate you watching. Y'all have a great night.